people gathered at John Hunt Plaza in front of the Morse Performing Arts Center to protest against the ongoing military operations by the Trump administration across the world. This comes after the Trump administration arrested and captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro overnight. I was at the protest and talked to some protesters. Take a look.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people.
On Saturday afternoon, about 50 people gathered at John Hunt Memorial Plaza in South Bend for the No War in the New Year protest. It was organized by the Northern Indiana Democratic Socialists of America. During the press conference Saturday morning, President Donald Trump said the U.S. military arrested Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his family. And the White House posted on social media showing Maduro aboard the USS Iwo Jima. One of the organizers says the U.S. military operation that happened in Venezuela overnight is an extension of U.S. imperialism.
The U.S. understands its role in Latin America as building a Trump corollary to the Monroe Doctrine, are their words.
One protester shared her shock over the U.S. military attacks against Venezuela.
Maduro is not a nice guy. I'm not advocating for Maduro. I'm not advocating for what Trump is doing illegally. It's horrible. It is breaking the Constitution. He got no permission for that from Congress. They are the ones that make these decisions. This was just unbelievable.
One of the reasons that I am opposed to the action in Venezuela is it harps back to the war in Iraq and they have weapons of mass destruction. They have, with Venezuela, drugs, weapons of mass destruction.
Peter Lotzenheiser says a lot of Americans are now asking questions to President Trump. What comes first?
Why do we live in a country where teachers have to pay out of their own pockets for school supplies, but we have plenty of money to conduct bombing raids and very complex military operations?
And a lot of people are now asking what comes next. I talked to Assistant Professor of Democracy and Global Affairs at the University of Notre Dame, Laura Gamboa, on the potential impacts of the U.S. government attacking and capturing the president of Venezuela. Are we at war right now?
Hard to tell. My understanding of U.S. law is that any war declaration requires Congress approval. So there are some people in Congress who have declared that this is an illegitimate and illegal attack. The U.S. government argues that there was a warrant open for Nicolas Maduro and his wife. I wouldn't dispute that, but the United States does not have the right to go into a different country and just grab whomever there is a warrant for. We have international law. We have an international system. We have created protections for sovereignty so that Vladimir Putin does not get to invade Ukraine and China does not get to invade Taiwan. And so the U.S. cannot go into Venezuela and just invade Venezuela. If the United States can invade Venezuela, what says that China cannot invade Taiwan?
Venezuela is one of the largest oil exporting countries in the world. How does this impact our relationship with Venezuela, obviously, and then, of course, possibly the oil prices that the consumers here in the United States will face?
So Venezuelan oil is really hard to consume because it's a very hard oil. It requires a lot of investment to process it so that we can actually use it. It requires investment on sort of extra products to transform it into something that we can actually consume. So I don't expect any immediate change in oil prices.
Professor added, it is still unclear who will take control of Venezuela at this moment.